ready to play now. Put me in the game now. I came here to prove it, I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now. Put me on the stage now, I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. I'm ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real, I'm feeling so ruthless. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Yeah. So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made of. Get in the game, your moment of fame, show them what you made of. It's time that we stand up, it's time that we man up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up. My time, nothing can keep me from reaching the top. This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride. I'm ready to throw down, it's time for the showdown. I'm ready to rise, don't be surprised, I'll take on the world now. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top, we're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top, we're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up, I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart, I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop.
We say good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to round number 9 here on the Bonehead Racing Dirt Tour. We are live from Port Royal Speedway. Now, Nathan, you're joining me for, I do believe, the 8th time this season. And
something like that. I might have missed two, but who knows?
And so far, the racing here in the Dirt Tour has been pretty good, in my opinion. And I talked to Jordan earlier, and he said there is a slight chance that Michael Blessing could wrap it up here tonight at Port Royal for the title.
So you're telling me he could basically just win the entire title if he does good tonight, or win tonight?
I think the margin, if I am correct on this, which we won't know the final verdict until after tonight, points-wise, but I think Michael Blessing has to at least finish a minimum of 5 positions ahead of Jordan to wrap up the title in his favor. However, Jordan could also come back and win tonight and give Michael that challenge going into next week at Eldora.
Well, I'll tell you this, Russell. It's going to be a battle of who's going to be able to get what they want tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, so far, Michael has definitely been the most dominant driver for consistent finishes. Last week, Jordan had a terrible finish of finishing, like, next to last or something. I'm not 100% sure on that end or of the spectrum or whatnot. But Michael Blessing, he had top 3 last week. And I want to say this to everyone that's watching or listening in. 14 points separates the 01 and the 99. But currently, one thing I do want to point out here, in which I think you find this interesting, Nathan, Jordan Kuntz is currently faster than Michael Blessing on time-wise, but not by much. Jordan's only faster than Michael Blessing by .002. So, I think we're going to have a pretty dang good fight tonight for the title.
Yeah, I will go ahead and say, I think it's going to get interesting. It just definitely depends on what the drivers are going to do tonight between Michael Blessing and Jordan Kuntz. They're really going to have to do some sort of strategy or, try to not get caught up in anyone doing and try to win tonight or whatever they can do to, get a chance at the title or win it. So, whichever one.
Exactly. And, once again, I think I'm going to put my pick on Michael Blessing for tonight at least. But for running order, I want to say that 37, he started coming on strong this second half of the season. So if I had to choose a pick to win tonight, there we go. It would probably be either the one of Stephen Thomas or the 37 of Tyler Davison.
Well, we're just gonna have to find out tonight. To be honest, we kind of have to wait and see what's gonna happen. Cause who knows? Who knows? Who knows, really? If I'm being honest.
Yeah, especially that.
Trying to find some words to say there, but I just couldn't get anything there. So.
And I think tonight will definitely prove who's going to be a fight for Eldora, because this is one of the bigger tracks. This isn't really like I-55, Cedar Lake, Lanier, or even Volusia, for an example. This is Port Royal, and it's a decently sized track in my opinion. Has long straightaways but tight turns. So
it's a much bigger track than what we ran last week, basically, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I think by maybe a quarter of a mile, perhaps. I don't really know the track length of Port Royal, but I know it's up there. But we're getting ready to go into qualifying, and we're going to see who can get that pole position away from everybody else. 12 drivers will take the grid tonight, and once again, I want to say this live on broadcast. Happy early Thanksgiving. We are coming to you the night before Thanksgiving. So...
Yeah, and we were finna do it tomorrow right after, 7 and 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, so, hey.
It might as well just be tonight, but next season is what you were thinking about, Nathan, of them perhaps making it a Thursday night league. So, yeah, it's going to get real interesting real quick, as the first car on the track is the 19 of Austin Shaw, which we saw Austin at Lanier. I know you weren't a part of that race, Nathan, but Austin's going to get it done here for the time being and put himself on pole position with an 18.564. And now Stephen Thomas takes it away with a 18.139. So...
a little bit of a showing off a little bit there by Thomas. Okay.
I don't know if I'm reading this correctly.
Henderson, how did you do that? Hold on a minute. You ran in the back. Oh, Jesus. This is amazing right now. I would love to see what happens in the next 10 or so minutes.
Never mind. Stephen Thomas snags away pole position from David Anderson. But David Anderson, top 3.
Okay, that
What am I
something.
seeing here?
That is something, that's for sure. Didn't think I'd see that today. I thought Anderson was gonna take the pole.
Well, okay,
Oh boy.
now Tyler Davidson has taken the pole from Stefan and he's the only driver to go into the 17th. Never mind. The number 17 of Mason Orendorff snags the pole with a 17.945. Good lord. But my main focus is going to be on this 01 right now, because he's your current points leader. Jordan's going to get into the top 5, but so far on the ticker, it's showing this 01 could get pole position. No, he does not get pole, but he gets top 3 into the 3rd position, but he's up on his lap once again. So we could very well see a pole position from this 01. And not really, he didn't get the pole off of that one, but you know, he's about 0.221 off of the race leader. And
He's 2/10 off, basically.
yeah, right around that mark. And that's going to solidify him into that 3rd position. But here comes the 11J of Trip Shepard. If you remember from Cedar Lake, he had a penalty. He served that penalty last week at I-55. And then another penalty was given to a different driver that has been suspended for the remainder of the season. So right now, Tripp only has to worry about his probation. And that's going to bring him up into the 5th position, so top 5 for that 11J car. As he comes out of turn 4, and he's going to be up again on his lap time, I do believe. No, he is not.
Rough times for the number 11 car after that penalty.
Yeah.
Maybe he might do something tonight, but we'll have to see there.
And, you know, one thing I want to say is I feel bad for this guy. He was in points contention for the championship, but now he has been knocked out and is sitting 4th in the points standing. But, you know, this win, if he wins tonight, that could possibly, I'm not going to say this will, it could possibly put him back in that contention. But that's only if Michael Blessing and Jordan Kuntz have a really, really rough race. So, I think tonight will be one of those nights that is going to be an interesting one because, you know, it's coming close to the end of the season, Nathan.
Yep, and that is closing pretty dang fast as we'll have one more race next week.
But yet
and
again,
that will be our championship race, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Depending on how things go,
yeah.
but, you know.
But yet again, you gotta love this time of year when it comes down to this type of racing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're not wrong about that, considering that basically every sport is pretty much done. Motorsport, anyways.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say football is going on, but yet again, I don't really watch football.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong about that. I don't really watch that either. I kind of like racing, you know, cars with tires on them that go in circles and circuits for miles on end. But, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Rubbing is racing for any. So.
Well, then another thing I want to say is, next season, there is a high chance that we will be seeing these guys run open setups on this series. So, this will really determine, that would really determine separating the really fast guys from the not so fast guys, in my opinion, because it's going to come down to when the track slicks off.
Now the back markers are really going to start showing. I hate to say it, but it's true.
I don't
hate
want
to say it, but it's true.
I don't want to point any fingers, but that 99 is worried if it does go to open setup, he's going to be struggling a little bit.
Well, let's see what happens next.
We have Pace Truck is rolling, so we're going to go ahead and go off with our starting grid. Starting on the front row, we have the 17 of Mason Orndorff and the 01 of Michael Blessing. Starting in row 2, we have the 11J of Trip Shepard and the 99 of Jordan Kuntz. And rounding out in row 3, we have the 32 of Cooper Sunday and the 19 of Austin Shaw. So
I mean, this is Heat 1 right now.
This is Heat 1. But you know,
Alright.
I want to say this. There's not really a whole lot of stuff to worry about. The heats don't count towards points. This is just basically where you start on the racing grid.
I mean, it kind of does matter just a tad. You don't want to end up in last. Let's be real.
Well, yeah, it'll get you a good starting point, but this will kind of show us the pace among these 6 drivers on who could be the fastest tonight.
I mean, considering we got Michael Blessing and Jordan Kuntz in this seat, so we'll see the battle between champions right there, pretty much at this point. Let's be honest.
And
So,
on top of that 17, he's won back-to-back races. So
we'll see what happens.
And you know, he very well could be the first driver this season to win 3 in a row. So, Pace Truck is
What is he
off. And the 17 is waiting for that green flag to come out. Green flag comes out for heat number 1 here at Port Royal.
I was gonna say, is he trying to pull Jeff Gordon?
I don't know about that. But he did get one heck of a restart, though, as he runs away with the race lead. And here comes the 11J of Trip Shepard in second, holding off Michael Blessing in the 99 of Jordan Kuntz. Jordan Kuntz has fallen back quite a ways, but, you know, I'm not going to count him out just yet, as this is still kind of early into the first heat. But Jordan has to hold off that 19 as the 32 does get past the 99. We're going to go back up here to the 11J. You know, Nathan, I think that 01, he could just be satisfied with third place, but if it was me in that 01, I would try to at least get second, so he has a great starting point into the main event.
Yeah, if I'm being real with you, if I was the 01 car, I'd probably at least try to get in second place. Obviously, I probably not will get first or whatever, just depending on the circumstances, but hey, I'd probably still go get that position just so I can get a good starting point here.
Well, yeah, and here comes the 01 to the inside of a little bit of the 11J. But, you know, I'll have to agree with you on that, Nathan. Position will definitely matter for this race, for the title contenders. But we can see Jordan Kuntz is still hanging on to fifth.
He's not doing too hot, but, you know, hey, he could just use that to learn to see what he can do on the main event and see what he could do better.
Yeah, especially that. But, you know, that 01, we just saw him take away second place from that 11J. So the 01 will definitely have a decent starting position. But now the 11J has to hold off that 32 on his inside. And the 32 we see multiple times looking towards that inside of the 11J.
I mean, you can kind of see the 11 cars trying to get the 01 of Michael Blessing right now. He's really just hugging that wall at the moment. Oh, okay. Did he hit the wall at all, or what happened there?
He could have very well hit the wall just enough, but here comes the 32. They're door to door going into turn number 3.
Oh, good lord, they're gonna sandwich each other.
Well,
But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
yeah, you know, they're 3 wide in turn 1. He was cutting it close.
Oh my goodness, that 11 car was just full sending it into the corner for heat number 1. This ain't even the main event, for Christ's sake. Goodness. Loving the racing here. Holy crap.
Yeah, but that's gonna put
This,
that's putting Jordan and Michael nose to tail, or sorry, tail to the nose, going into the main event. If it was the finish right now, so I don't know. If
I
that's
mean,
I don't know. That's what Michael wants. I think Michael wants to get that top 3, but Jordan definitely wants that top 3 to have a shot at winning the title next week at Eldora.
yeah, I was going to say the 32 and the 11 car showed Michael Blessing what it means to be a dirt racer right now. As you can see, those two, oh my goodness, he just said it. They're really just being aggressive. I mean, I don't blame them at all whatsoever, but like,
But you
good
know,
lord.
one thing I do want to point out, we are going to go to our blimp cam real quick.
Oh boy, here we go.
You can see there are 2 racing lines, the inside and the outside. And to be honest, it looks like the outside has the momentum compared to the inside. Yeah, you can see the 11J definitely gets a better run off the turn, but we are going into our final lap here for heat number 1. Michael Blessing has 3rd right now, but
Oh,
the 11 is gonna
no.
the 11 is gonna put the block on that 01, and that's gonna put Jordan Coons and Michael Blessing nose to tail. So,
Oh boy, this main event is gonna start getting pretty heated. Let's just put it this way. It's definitely gonna be really interesting and fun to watch this. If I'm being honest with you.
yeah, especially that. You know, I think going into next season, if it does end up being open setup, and this is, if it is, I'm not going to confirm if it is or isn't, because it's going to be up to these guys to vote if they want that. And that's one thing I find really unique about this type of deal is us admins, we're not making that choice for them. We're going to let them make that choice. But
Well,
going off with our starting grid here tonight, on row 1, we have the 37 of Tyler Davison and the 1 of Stephen Thomas. Starting in row 2, we have the underdog of the 61 of David Anderson, which I'm still deeply impressed by his performance in qualifying. And on his outside, we have the 55 of Dylan Anderson. And rounding out in row 3, we have the 69 of Montana Hefter and the 45 of Chris Wallen.
so can we all take a moment for David Anderson's performance here?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to him, man.
Did he just like? I don't know what he did, but he definitely drank something to give him that nice little boost there. Because holy Jesus Christ, his qualifying effort was good.
I have no words on that 61 machine. But Pace Truck pulls off,
Oh boy, here we go. This is gonna be fun to watch.
and you got the front row, the guys that were neck and neck in qualifying for a little bit, and actually probably still were neck and neck. But once again, there's 2 racing lines. What line are they going to choose? We're about to find out here for heat number 2. Green flag comes out for heat number 2 in the Dirt Tour.
Okay, let's see what the 61 card can do. I'm honestly got my eyes on him tonight, if I'm being honest with you.
You know, I'm going to say this. That 37 didn't get a great start, but that 1 car is coming to his inside going into turn 1 again. But we see that 61 of David Anderson. He's in the top 3 as they make a little bit of contact out of turn 2. And you know what? We're going to go back here to the 61 and go on board with him for a little bit. Because he's ripping that high lane, or the mid to high lane, as the battle for first is going on right now.
I'm just astonished at the 61 car's performance today. I'm being really honest. Like, you don't see that every day, if I'm being honest.
It's not something I expect. Like, he's had rough races all season, but this could be his turning point.
I mean, you might be right about that, but we'll have to see in the next few minutes. Let's just put it that way.
The one is taking away the race lead from the 37, so the one will definitely be in contention, but you got the 69 coming up behind the 37 machine. And you know that the 69, for the most part, looks to be decently strong, as he has a little bit of front end damage. I don't know where he got that from. His left fender is completely gone.
If I'm being honest with you, Russell, I think it's just because it's a little bit of racing. Let's just put it that way. That's probably what happened. We just didn't see it, and that happened. Let's just put it that way.
It's an aero improvement.
Oh my gosh.
Less weight. But
it's gonna instantly give it more downforce to the point where it can just flat out through the corners.
Well, I mean, they're already kind of going flat out. But, you know, this 37, it looks like he might be fading a little bit. He might be experimenting with some stuff going into the heat race. Or not heat race, going into the main event. Sorry, I
was gonna say, we're kind of already in the heat race. I don't think you mean heat race. I think you meant main event, Russell.
Yeah, you know, it's just been one of them days. Woke up a little bit.
One of those days. One of those days, huh? At least I got to sleep in.
Oh. Well, okay, I slept in pretty late, but, you know, we're not talking about that here tonight. We are focused on this battle for second position between this 69 and 37 machine. It looks like the 69 is looking a little bit to the inside and outside in the turns to see what line could be working, but it also looks like the 37 is also experimenting with some race lines to that low to mid to high.
Yeah, I was gonna say that 37 car is just kind of looking to see where he could go, just to figure out how to get around him as much as he can, as quick as possible as he can. But that might put him in the hands of the number 69 car if he doesn't figure out something, because that 69 car is kind of getting a little too close. Let's just put it that way.
There's only 2 laps to go. Holy! He sent it in deep there to try to snag away that first position from that one car. Coming to the white flag this time. We're about to see what this 37 can do going into the final turns of Heat 2.
I think he's gonna get that middle lane momentum there. I'm not too sure if that did anything, but we'll see what happens. See what he does.
Yeah.
Oh, he kind of sends it in. Doesn't quite get there though. Thomas will win heat number 2, I do believe.
Yes, he will. And now it's time for the main event. This is the main event that will decide the title here tonight. If it is locked up and solidified into Michael's Blessing's hands, or if you have to go on the offense next week at Eldora. So,
well then, ready to see some awesome, fantastic racing tonight, boys?
Well, you know, I think tonight is definitely going to be one of those nights where it's going to really depend on how well that 01 finishes in front of that 99. Now, if the 99 was to finish in front of that 01 and the 01 was to finish, let's say, last, that will close the gap on those 14 points. Michael Blessing would be in trouble going into next week at Eldora. Because from what I remember seeing Jordan do, Eldora is one of his stronger tracks.
Well, let's just hope that he's able to do something tonight.
Well, yeah, especially that. But, I think for the most part, what Jordan has to worry about is where he finishes. He cannot have a poor finish like he did last week at I-55. So...
Right about that, so...
we might...
Let's see what he does.
We might actually see some people pull some desperate moves. So...
People like Jordan, maybe Michael, maybe, just to name a few, probably.
Yeah, and I don't think Michael...
I understand you don't got no words to say right now, but you want to know something?
I mean,
This race is going to be great. I'm just telling you that right now. This race is going to be great. I am really hoping right now because so far what we've seen in the heats has been pretty good. I really hope this comes down to what I'm thinking was going to happen in the next few minutes, few laps, however much you want to say. So, hey.
The starting order is 17, 1, 32, 37, 11J, 96, or not 96, 69, 01, 55, 99, 61, 19, and 45. So, the numbers that I'm more interested in is that 01 and the 99. So, Pace Truck does pull off, and we're up front here for one of the better shows. We're going to go on board to the gearbox of the 17, and we're going to see what this 17 could do and see how good of a start she can get. Green flag comes out for the main event. As 32 blinks in and out a little bit, the 17 got a great start for the most part. As Michael Blessing, we're going to go back here to the championship contenders. Michael Blessing is making no time to waste, as Jordan has lost a fender somehow. But that 99, he is sending it in pretty deep. So I think he's losing ground to that 01. But that 17 has company from the one machine on the inside lane going into turn 1.
Dang, it looks like that 17 car is just ripping that outside. He is just driving right now into the sunset. Quite literally. I mean, just look at him. He's gone. I mean, let's see what happens here soon if Thomas can get back up to him, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I think... I don't want to jinx it, but... The most wins we've had in a row, I think, is 4 or 5 wins in a row in the BHR League in general. That's among the 4 series. So, that 17 could very well tie the all-time wins in a row tonight. But, I think I want to say this. This is not where Jordan wants to see this 01, and that's in 3rd position.
Actually, where is Jordan right? Oh, he is kind of far away. Oh, did he get in the wall at all, or what happened there?
Jordan Kuntz is about 4 cars behind that 01. Now 5 cars behind that 01. Or sorry, not 5.
Yikes, things are not looking great for Jordan at the moment, as you can see.
Yeah, if that 01 passes the 1 car, then the championship is wrapped up and locked up for that 01 machine. But here comes Jordan back a little bit. Only 3 cars separate him in the 01. As the 01 made a little bit of a mistake going out of turn 4. But you got... Jordan gets into the wall heavily. But that 11J is also right there with the 01. And, you know, as I said, if the 11J, if he wins or somehow places really good tonight up in front of that 01, that could put him back in championship contention. But that's...
Well, we'll have to... Are we going to say...
that's going to really
Russell?
depend if the 01 has a bad race. But right now, it doesn't look like that.
Well, I was going to say, Russell, we'll have to see what DO1 and Michael Blessing does right now at the moment, because right now he has a nice little gap between him and Jordan right now, and
Yeah.
Jordan kind of also needs to keep, speed things up a little bit, but, he might do something. It's not too late at the moment. We're still 12 laps in, considering, all things considering.
Right now, about 3-4 cars separates that 99 and the 01. Which, if Jordan continues to close that gap, well, that would obviously narrow down the points to less than 14. And then Jordan would have to probably absolutely dominate Eldora next week.
Be good for Jordan, if I'm being honest, if he's able to dominate next week. I'm not too sure how that's gonna come into play depending on how this race ends, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, one thing about Eldora and Port Royal have in common, the high line is more banked than the low line. And next week we'll see a lot of people run that high line.
Kind of what you want to see there, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Jordan is just not doing so great as I'm kind of looking at this.
Yeah, if those two cars get past Jordan, he is in trouble. And I literally mean that. He would be in trouble going into next week.
It looks like he got something broken on the left side there. I'm not too sure if my eyes are playing with me, but oh, there's contact! 17 and a 32. Oh,
that's not.
They're all getting into each other. They're all getting into each other.
It looks like the 37 has no significant damage, except for the right front fender is missing. So that very well could benefit Jordan. Actually, I don't know. That right front of the 37 doesn't look good. Two cars separates the 99 and the 01 now. The 01 still has his hands full with that 11J. With only about 30 laps to go here at Port Royal. And,
I think that's kind of what Jordan wants to see. He's kind of catching back up, but
for sure. But you can see the 17 has practically checked out.
I mean, he's gone. He's gone at this point. How many? Good Lord, he's gone. Huh.
I mean,
yeah, he's entering.
So here's the onboard. You can see, once again, I rating is their skill level. The one of Stephen Thomas is 2100. 17 of Mason Orendorff is 4500. So, yeah, that separates it for sure. But one car separates Jordan Kuntz and the 01.
Good Lord. Jordan is making up that ground, though. I will have to give it to him.
No, he is... there's a nickname we called Jordan here in the league, and his nickname was Hacks. For the simple reason, he was so much faster on everybody else on asphalt, but on dirt, you can't really compare the two. But that 99, he is hunting down that 11J as we speak. He's on the offense here at Port Royal.
Good Lord, Michael Blessing is just riding in the sunset right now.
I don't know.
In front of Jordan.
I don't know about that, dude. I think Jordan's closing the gap on that 01.
Well, I mean, especially because he's battling with the 11 car, and the 11 car is not giving up whatsoever. So,
well, I mean,
that makes sense.
I don't blame the 11. Just like a few other guys, the 11J has had somewhat of a rough season. But as Jordan said, the 11J runs more so of a cleaner race. As caution comes out, here.
Oh, that is going to rack stuff up.
Oh.
Dang, we were just talking about him too. How he had a really good performance in qualifying.
Whoa. What happened there? I'm a little confused on what happened there. Did 19 mean to come down, or...
What happened?
That is a good question.
I don't know, the camera angle is just really bad, so I can't really...
I'm still on board with the 19 here.
Oh, he probably thought the 61 was gonna go ahead and turn, but
no, so
got into him.
what happened, in my opinion, I think the 19 flicked his wheel a little bit to the left, and then the car hooked. So I don't think that was intentional by any means.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say either way, it didn't really look intentional. I couldn't really see anything to say that it was intentional at all. So
This shakes everything up.
yes, it does indeed. I will agree with that.
And I think that's what Jordan wanted to see, in my opinion. That's going to put Jordan one car behind that 01. Less than a second behind that 01. As they are going double file. Or what happened with the 11J? What is he doing? Oh. Well, pace truck's off, Nathan. So 17 fires off aggressively, gets the jump on the start. Green flag comes out with only 21 laps to go here at Port Royal. We're gonna go back here to Jordan Coots as Jordan's ripping that high lane, but you know, if Jordan gets past that 11J, that very well could put them less than 10 points behind the 01.
Well, Jordan is looking to have a very, very good time here, it seems like. I mean, he's not very far from Michael Blessing as much as he was earlier, but then again, Michael Blessing could literally just run away from him. But we'll have to see. Honestly, this race has been very interesting. If I'm being honest, Jordan was able to really catch back up a little bit. But A lot of things could go wrong from here, if I'm being honest with you, Russell.
Yeah, very much so. You know, that 01, you know how good he is on that low line when it slicks in. But you got Jordan ripping the high line, and now Michael Blessing's going to rip the high. No car separates the 01 and the 99. The 11J gets past the 01. That is what Jordan wanted. That is going to put him in contention. But if Jordan gets past, as there is a wheel in the middle of the racing surface, I don't know whose wheel that is. Well, I know whose wheel it is now.
That's the 61 again.
Well, I feel bad for that 61. But
I do as well.
he manages to get the pit road. But that 17 is running away with it.
I mean, there was no chasing him to begin with, but hey, you know, anything goes.
Which you can see, Michael Blessing, he is running that middle line now. And looks like Jordan is kind of losing a little bit of ground to that 01. Only time to tell coming into the final lap. That's 2 laps to go to at Port Royal.
Well, we only have 13 more laps, Russell. I guess I could say, what do you think's gonna happen in the next 13-ish laps or so?
Well, a lot can happen. Another caution come out, which I don't think it will. But honestly, the 99 is in a great position, in my opinion. So Michael Blessing could burn off his tires, and Jordan could get past. As you can see, Jordan has a little bit of rear end damage, but it's not like a huge amount to really affect his performance. So
Yeah, Jordan just has got to do something. Otherwise, Michael Blessing just might as well win the title, if I'm being honest. Since Jordan's, what, 14, 22 points out? Something like that? I don't know. Yeah, it's really coming down to if Jordan can catch up to him or not. If I know this isn't the final race, I mean, obviously, but like,
oh yeah.
we only have 9 laps to go.
Yeah, you know that.
He's gonna have to do something.
The 17 has a 4-second gap on second, which is impressive. But I'm more focused towards this 01 and 99. Because that 99 is right there on his bumper. So Jordan's gonna look to the inside, but he is still on that rear bumper of the 01 going into turn 1. The 99 shoots it high once again as Jordan gets to his outside, coming off of turn 2, never mind. It looked like he was on his outside, but Jordan, on the other hand, is just ripping that high lane. Jordan gets to the inside of Michael Blessing, and Jordan will take away 4th position from that 01.
They are now hightailing it at each other right now. They're side by side going into, what, turn number 3? Turn number 4 right now at the moment? Yeah, they're doing crossovers right now. They're just switching it back between one another, trying to gain positions as much as they possibly can, because they're both title contenders right now.
Yeah, and well, Michael Blessing just shoved the door closed on Jordan, but Jordan's fighting back on that outside lane, coming off of turn 2. Jordan's still in 5th, but he is there. Only 3 laps to go at the line. Jordan's looking to the inside of Michael Blessing, going into turn 3. He got way too much into the slick, got way too sideways off of turn 4.
Jordan's gonna have to try as much as he can. Michael Blessing still has the advantage right now.
Coming into turn 3, Jordan's not quite there. There's only 2 laps to go at Port Royal. And you know, next flag will end the race. I am very sure on that. White flag about to come out for the 17. 17 takes the white flag. They are side by side once again going into turn 3. And Jordan will have the advantage off turn 4. It could very well come to a drag race to the start-finish line next time by between the 99 and the 01. And for the third time this season, the 17 will win here at Port Royal. But we're going to be focused on this 99 coming off of turn 4. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Jordan takes 4th position. Nathan, as the 19 is...
Oh my god, look at the background!
We're going to go back here and see what happened with this. Oh, he just had enough of it at that point. Good old physics on iRacing. A19, your wheels rolling down the track.
I mean, to be fair, he did barrel roll, so that's got to tell you a lot.
You know, I'm going to say this. 3 wins in a row for this 17. 3 wins in a row, Nathan. If this...
Isn't that something?
This guy has shown dominance all season. All season. Or not all season, sorry. From the races he's been in. If I remember correctly, this 17 has, as of 2 weeks ago, he has only 2 starts in this season. As he's going to back it up.
2 starts and he wins 3 times. That is insane.
Well, there you go. Now that was quite the picture. But you know, that's... Dude, that is going to basically seal up the title going into next week. Not to Michael Blessing yet. There is going to be one more race between that 99 and 01. So we're going to go to a quick ad break. So yeah, you know, so far, most of this racing has been great. And, you know, Nathan, I think for the most part, this season has been overall great, fun, and very entertaining to broadcast, in my opinion.
You are right about that, actually. I really did enjoy the entire season, but, you know.
I do apologize for interrupting you, but I want to say this. Trip Shepard could very well be fighting for the title. He finished 2nd. Michael Blessing finished 5th. So, but right now, I don't want to get any hopes up or anything like that to anyone. But Trip Shepard is 32 points behind Michael Blessing as of last week. So, but we'll be right back after this short ad break, and we'll have your top 3 in for the interview.
10-4.
We welcome you back here tonight for round 9 at Port Royal here in the Bonehead Racing Dirt Tour. As of right now, the third place finisher of Stephen Thomas has not entered the voice chat, so we might end up not interviewing him, which is unfortunate. He finished top 3. We normally give top 3 interviews to everybody, but we could always pull Jordan in just for a few minutes, but I think we should just do our top 2 since that one machine doesn't want to get in voice chat for the interview.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, finishing second here tonight after quite a fun race, if I had to say, in the booth. We have Trip Shepard joining us here in the broadcast booth. Trip, last week, you unfortunately had some incidents with that. That number 0 of Shane Lindsay, but we all know how that turned out. And you had an excellent finish here tonight at Port Royal. How do you feel?
Just so I'm pretty excited because I didn't really. I mean, I was pretty confident coming in here, but I got humbled very quickly in qualifying. That dang track was weird. I sucked in qualifying, but luckily it slicked on off, and I was able to. Me and Michael, man, I just stayed right there with him at probably like the first 25 laps. I didn't even really try to push the issue. I just doing the same thing he was doing, just running the bottom, trying to save my stuff. And I started feeling like I had to move up because the guys behind me was gaining on me, and I finally moved up to the middle there and got in the crumbles, and I started making some pretty big gains on Michael, but I couldn't really get a good enough run to get around him, and throw the slider. So I just tucked back in and just kept running my line. And there was one time I was about to go for it, and then we went to go into the corner, and Michael also went low. So if I'd have threw it, we'd have been wrecking each other. But I got on the brakes hard, and I think he seen me going for it too. He went up some, but luckily we was able to save it there. And like I said, just tucked back in and ran my line, and then we got that restart around, I think it was lap 30 or so, and I ran behind Michael a couple more laps, and I got up just before that. I had got up on the top side and felt really quick, so I stuck with it on that restart. And I think a couple guys kind of got stuck on the bottom there, and I was able to get a couple runs, and I finally got one good enough I could throw the slider on Michael. And I spent all race trying to get around him. Finally got around him, and I was able to get to Steven there on the last lap. I finally found a line right there at the end, like a little cut down off the top, and there was one corner, the first corner, I done it on accident actually, and when I done it though, I gained probably like 5 car lengths on Steven, and I was like, holy crap, dude. I was like, I'm about to get this. So I just stuck up there on the top and kept running that line, and it kind of fell off. I mean, maybe I was running it wrong, maybe Steven started doing better, I don't know. But finally, I think the last lap there, right as the white came out, I honestly, I think what happened is he had some kind of little issue with getting into the wall, or he got out of it too much. I don't know what it was, but I made a big gain. And so when we come down the front straightaway, I had a good run. I'm like, screw it, man. I'm about to throw it. I was like, he's probably expecting it in the last corner. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I threw the slider, and it stuck. He wasn't able to get a good enough run to cross me over, and that was all it was there. It was a fun race. It was a little tricky, but like I said, all in all, it was a very fun race for me. I had people running around me the whole race, so.
Well, yeah, I don't know where you're going to be at in points after this race, but as I said in broadcast, there could be a chance you could be competing for a championship again. I don't want to get anyone hopes up, but we'll find that out after the points are in, for sure. Going into Eldora, what are you going to be doing there to get yourself up there again?
Probably try to get on a little earlier than I did last week. That killed me, man. I had a couple bad weeks in a row. That killed me in the points. Like I said, I mean, heck, last week I was fairly confident coming into the I-55 race, and then taking that EOL, that kind of set me back a lot because it's very hard to pass there. But I wasn't any good there anyways. I don't feel like my lap times just weren't really competitive with some of the guys at the top. But going into Eldora, I mean, honestly, I can tell you what I'm going to be doing come qualifying. I'm probably going to qualify about 10th, and then hopefully be able to work my way up through there because I cannot qualify at the bottom on that place.
Yeah.
But as soon as it gets up to the top, I'm rolling there. So that's good thing is it's a good wide track. You got plenty of room to slide people and throw the crossovers or whatever you need to do to get around them. But it makes for some good racing. Just maybe it'll hold out. That top side will stay good and I'll be able to work my way through the field because, like I said, I already know I'm gonna qualify in the back.
Well, you did an excellent job here tonight. Nathan, is there anything you'd like to add, ask, or anything like that?
Not really.
All right.
Don't really got anything much to say, so.
Well, Trip, before we go here tonight, is there any friends, family, sponsors you want to thank?
Uh, just like always, man. The only guy I know good that anybody else will know on here is Devin Cole over there with 51 Designs, the rap guy. If you need a good rap, hit him up. He's your guy for sure.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out here tonight. And next week, final race of the season, and we hope to pull you back in next week.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. It's like I said, a lot of fun tonight. Maybe we can keep it up and carry it on through next week too.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank y'all.
Well, Nathan, that was pretty good. And Trip Shepherd, good guy to race around. Very clean, very confident. But I think it's time for our race winner. What do you think?
Yep, it is time for our race winner. 3-time race winner, by the way. Oh, shit.
Well, three in a row.
I mean, to be fair, it is 3-time.
Oh, wait.
But
Before we get to our first place position, guy, our third place finisher came in. So
came in a little late, but it's all right. We can bring him in if he wants to.
All right, well, joining us here tonight, finishing third, we have the one of Stephen Thomas. Stephen, you had a pretty good race here tonight, for the most part. You finished top 3. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, we're doing pretty good. It was an entertaining race, for sure. We saw you up there with 17 for a little bit before he put the absolute gap on everybody.
Yeah, he did.
So, overall, how was your race tonight, and what did you think of it so far?
I mean, this is my second race with the Bonehead Racing Dirt Tour. I mean, so far it's been pretty good. My race early was not bad. Strong start. When the caution come out, I think lap 32, I hurt the spoiler pretty bad, and I don't think that set me up very well for the rest of my race. It allowed Trip to close in and take that position.
Well, yeah, we saw quite a few damaged cars out there tonight, including the 61 machine. But going into Eldora next week, what are you going to be doing to prepare for that, given it's the final race of the season?
I will not be making that race, unfortunately. I'm not gonna say real. I'm moving. I'm going to the Dome with my job, so I will not be attending the Eldora race. Unfortunately, I do like Eldora. I favor that track really, but
well, that's unfortunate here that you're not going to be able to make next week.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
But you did a great job here tonight. We saw you ripping the high line and low line a little bit in the heats to the main event. Which line was your favorite line so far on Port Royal?
The bottom. It's always the bottom. Halfway through that race, it gets pretty demanding up top. It becomes a lot of work. You kind of want to abandon the top there late, but you can't really chance it.
Yeah.
So at the bottom.
Well, Nathan, is there anything like you would like to add or anything?
No, not really, other than a really good race by Thomas. Really did enjoy watching that, even though the 17 ran away with it, but hey,
Yeah, he did. Nothing new.
Well,
Quite literally.
before we go here tonight, is there any friends, family, sponsors you'd like to thank?
Flowers Motorsports, and just thank you to you guys for putting this on. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And since you're not going to be able to make next week, we hope to see you back next season. We're coming back around the early February to mid-February, so hopefully we'll see you.
I'm sure. I'm sure I'll make a couple races throughout the season.
All
Just never know when. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. See you.
All right. Now it's time to pull in our race winner.
It took a little bit, but hey, we got there.
Late interviews, so I want to apologize to everybody at home. Finishing first for the third time in a row, we got the 17 of Mason Orndorff. Mason, 3 races in a row, and I do believe you have one more race to go to tie some of the absolute gods in this league that have won that many races in a row. How are you feeling?
Was good, man. Was one more great race, 3 in a row. It was good. I didn't know where to go at the start. I was like, could you go high? Could you go low? And first couple laps went high there, felt good, and just kind of stuck the lead out. I kind of thought probably 10, 20 laps, I should probably save some, maybe lift a little bit, but I was like, nah, I ain't never lifted in my life, so I ain't gonna start now. And yeah, I'm just happy talking to you, Russell, 'cause that means good things happen. You're one of my favorite people to talk to.
Well, 3 in a row, man. That's pretty big. We've had 2 in a row, but you're the first guy to go 3 in a row this season.
Yep.
So, going into Eldora, that's the final race of the season. What are you going to be doing there for Eldora? Are you going to kind of hang back and try to mess with the championship contenders, or are you just going to put a 7-second gap on them again?
Whoa. You don't know that you're going to do that. That just happens, when you run good. So I'm just going to try to run good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put this thing up front and keep it up front.
So
You never want to play any games.
So overall, when you found that racing line, what line was your preferred line here at Port Royal?
I like running the bottom. So, pros were here for the officials 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I kind of fell in love with the bottom during that week. But the bottom just was not there tonight. I tried it 2 or 3 times during the race, and I was like, that is not it. I was probably a whole second slower. It felt like. So.
Yeah. We
I
saw.
have to say the bottom, but the top was in tonight for sure.
Well, yeah, we saw a lot of drivers trying out that bottom, and it looks like a good chunk of them just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, it was halfway through the heat race, thing just went away and just never came back. Thing usually comes back once the top kind of slicks off, but it just never came back. There was nothing down there for you.
Well, next week probably going to be 4 in a row. I'm just going to say this now. But you did a great out here tonight, Nathan. Is there anything is there anything you'd like to add?
No, but other the fact that you dominated, if I'm being honest with you, you might just win 4 times in a row. I'm not gonna lie. That's the way it's looking so far.
Like you talking to you guys, favorite part of the week, right?
Yep, exactly.
Well, before we let go here tonight, is there any friends, family, sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yep. Schaefer Construction, Speedy Fast Designs, Monaco Welding. Could not do without them.
All right.
Also, you guys for putting it on.
We appreciate that. And we'll see you next week at Eldora for the final race of the season.
Have a good one.
You as well. Nathan, tonight was a great night, not only for championship contenders, but also people that enjoy this type of racing. Because you and me both know dirt racing is a completely different animal compared to asphalt.
It is, indeed.
But that's going to close that gap between Michael Blessing and Jordan Kuntz. Which, if I had to guess, the points have been updated on the point scoring sheet, and indeed they are. Okay. I think. Well, you want to know the good news, Nathan, or do you want to know the bad news?
I want some good news first, and then we'll go to the bad.
It looks like Michael Blessing might have locked up that championship title tonight.
Dang. I'd be,
The bad news for Jordan, he is now 22 points behind Michael Blessing.
not good. Jordan would have to win the last race, and even then, I doubt.
And Michael Blessing would have to have a really bad race.
Yes, exactly.
But, you know, I will have to talk to Jordan about this after the broadcast ends. But, you know, Nathan, next week you'll probably join me again in the booth, if I am correct.
Yes.
And one thing I want to say to the viewers at home, Thanksgiving is tomorrow night. So, you know, all we got to say now is just happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you next week for the final race at Eldora. So once again, if you guys did enjoy this and you want to stay in touch with the series, by all means, we are here for one more week. And then we're back live next year for the Bonehead Racing Rookie Series at the beginning of the year at Daytona. And you know, that's pretty exciting, in my opinion. We've been kind of inactive for the past few years, and bringing back the Rookie Series is going to definitely be one heck of a show. So don't forget to tune in to that one, and don't forget to tune in to Eldora. So once again, thanks for coming out here tonight, guys, and watching and supporting this series.